All right. So welcome back to the Crypto Factor. Welcome back to your favorite cryptopreneurship show. As a matter of fact, this is actually an impromptu live stream, an emergency live stream, because I want to talk about the Bitcoin price. I want to talk to you about what's going on with crypto because the charts are lying to you. Let me explain exactly what I mean. And this is the second attempt because essentially we're having some glitches, we're having some issues here with YouTube, but I think they're fixed now. So as you are joining, I would really appreciate if you tell me if you see me, if you hear me, and also if it's glitching or if it's buffering or anything like that. It should be okay now. It should be okay now, but please let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. I really appreciate it because this is very important. I know I'm having problems again. I'm glitching again. Fuck's sake. I think this is glitching again, and I'm not sure why. It says excellent connection, but it's glitching. Maybe it's a YouTube thing. Anyway, please let me know in the chat. With that said, there seems to be... Guys, I'm not sure if you can hear me or see me. I don't know if I should keep on going with this or not. If you don't tell me in the chat if you can see me or hear me, I'm going to have to stop this live stream again. Same issue. Same issue. All good for me now. Let me try something. Bear with me 1 second. All right, let's see if that fixed the issue there. Sorry about that, by the way. So I'm seeing there's some issues here with the live stream, but I'll fix it. Okay, it's convenient catching you this hour. Yeah, I'm not sure if the live stream's working. This is really important, but it keeps on buffering for some strange reason. I'm not sure why. It's working now. It might have been... Let me see if I can... I think maybe it was... I don't know. Anyway, look, let's just go with it. Let's just flow with it and we'll see what happens, okay? So look, here's what's going on, right? The charts are lying. Let me explain to you what I mean by charts are lying. And in order to understand this, you have to understand context. So give me a second, let me explain something. I'm not showing off. I'm not trying to say I called this, I called that. But you need context to understand what to look out for because something changed. Something changed in the charts and you have to know that context to understand what that is. So we were calling, I'll make it fast, don't worry. We were calling for a summer dump forever. We're saying the second part of August we're gonna dump, and we got that dump, okay? We even made a nice bet with 17th of August being a key date to the 20th, but doesn't matter, I digress. So we went up to $124,000 when it came to Bitcoin, and we dumped all the way down to now $108,000. Now, if you remember my last videos, posts, and so on, I've been talking about 112,000 being the line in the sand, and we should meet there and bounce to go up higher, Or if we break 112,000, 110,000 is probably going to break and we're going to go to the low 100,000s. And that's essentially what happened. We got to the 112,000, we had a bounce, we went up to all-time highs, especially in Ethereum. Everything was great, but then it dumped. And as a matter of fact, if you were in my group, people were asking me after we were going up, should I buy now? I'm like, no, wait. Because now we went up too fast. Let's see what happens, and let's see if that 112K holds. So 112K was our line in the sand. And essentially the plan was, if we break under 112,000 again, then you should get out because we're going to go down much lower. But if we hold 112,000 or we're close to 112,000, you should actually buy and put a stop loss or mental stop loss under 112,000. Here's where it gets interesting though. And let me show you the chart real quick, okay? See, what happened was we got to 112,000. Look at that massive bounce. But then we started coming down. This is when I said we have to be cautious. 112,000 needs to hold. But look at this. We broke 112,000. And as soon as we broke 112,000, exactly what I said would happen would happen. We broke 110,000 fast, aggressively, went all the way down to 108,700. Now, these lines, these range lines were actually from my coaching yesterday and also in my group, the private group. If you actually look at the chat, you'll see that link. If you look at the description, you'll see more links. But you will see that I said that these are the key ranges we need to hold. And if we come down to this range here, if we go under, if we don't come up straight away, then we're going to have an issue. We're going to come down much lower. And these are the ranges to look at if we break. Now, here's the interesting thing. We actually did that. We came down, broke under, came back up, and we're actually forming a bottom candle over here. And this is why the charts are lying to you. See, even the factor line is giving you a red confirmation here, which was correct. We did go down, and it actually told you to get down out earlier over here from 115 to 113. And we're actually going down, confirmation over here on the daily. And even though this is red, you'll see a couple of things. Number one, the trend stacker here, which is volume momentum, is neutral. This doesn't make sense. But even more, this volume doesn't look right with the charts. And that's what I was noticing in my group. And I was saying, wait a minute. Yes, we broke 112. Yes, we broke down aggressively. We were right. But don't be too fast to sell. Wait for the daily to close. We waited for the daily to close and we actually closed higher than 110,000. And the reason I said that is because the charts are lying in what sense? Volume doesn't make sense. See, price manipulation can be done. People can manipulate price, but it's very hard to manipulate volume. Does that make sense? And that's why I said the charts are off, and that's why I said, wait a minute, we have to act accordingly here. Now, if you're a swing trader, this all makes sense to you. If you're in my group, if you're a long-term hodler, maybe not, you just want a general outline of what things are looking like, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover everything here. But that's what I'm looking at. So this is effectively more than likely a liquidity sweep. What does that mean? They're trying to get out longs. Longs are probably, leveraged longs are probably getting liquidated left and right. And since we bounced fast within a day, this dump may be over or close to it. Now, the good news is we got down to 108,000. That's pretty close to the 104,000 range. So if you were willing to sell at 108, this is what I was telling my group and warning everyone, don't sell now because we're very close to 104,000 where I actually expected us to go if we broke 110,000, so there's no point. And I was saying that this liquidity grab, more than likely liquidity grab, because of the volume, it's no time to sell right now. And look, we're up above 110,000 as we speak. Now, will this last? This is what we don't know. So right now we're sitting here at 110,000. We need to get above 112,000 to essentially, quote unquote, quotation marks here, stay safe, or to be in a safe zone again, and everything go back to gold and so on. And we can continue to the upside. If that happens, I think also going to run pretty massively. But right now, if you were to get in right now because you accidentally got out, by the way, this would be a perfect entry in my opinion with a stop loss right under the lows over here. Just keep in mind that, you know, we can actually go down to 104,000. Now this, if we break this, now this might not seem like a big drop, but it is because altcoins are going to get devastated if this happens. So this is the play here. Now, everybody has their own style. Everybody has their own way depending on the portfolio, depending if they're a swing trader, day trader, and so on, how to play this. I just want to make this absolutely clear, because if you look at I also posted it on Twitter here. If you go on my Twitter profile, you'll see right here an hour ago, the charts are lying. We called the summer dump. It played out exactly as expected on the day. I told you the line in the sand was 112,000. And if we broke, we could see 104. Now, here's the twist. The charts are flashing something new, and it could mean the dump is already over for now. And this is what I'm talking about in this video. So if you're just joining right now, watch the video from the beginning as soon as we finish. But stay along. I'll be answering questions and getting into more stuff right now, altcoins and so on. So I'll do a short video, which I did. I will go live later today, which I'm doing right now, and I'll break it all down. And yeah, to be clear, we can still go into the low hundreds, but check out my yesterday's post 10 hours ago. Look at this post. Volume is picking up, but not enough. This is what you get in my group, by the way. The group gets this before you, just so you know. So first the group, then Twitter sometimes, then YouTube. And sometimes YouTube first, then Twitter, depending. This may be a liquidity sweep. If the blue line holds, that's the blue line right there. Or if the price dips below it and bought up quickly, just like it did, by the way, leaving a long wick, which it's doing right now, that proves my point. The charts are lying. If the daily close under the blue, then I'm afraid we are wrong. So here we are, and look at that. We got this long candle. We had this long wick. We projected this. We called this. And this is what we're seeing right now. So you can actually buy this right now with your stop loss right here if you're a swing trader. You could also wait for us to go up and break 112. That's the most correct move. To wait if you see something like this, for example, make this line support, come up and break that, buy the breakout. That would be a more technical and actually correct move. But if you're bottom fishing here and you want to take the risk, then this is your sort of play over here. This is the bottom, so stop loss a little bit under, maybe 108,200, maybe 107,900, depending on your risk tolerance, and with potential for it to go down to 104, 103 here, and also get devastated. And right now, I would look at Bitcoin as a chart. I would look at Bitcoin to be able to see what you're going to do and how to play this. And I would also look to Ethereum and how Ethereum corresponds to Bitcoin. That's what we're going to do right now. So if we look at altcoins, by the way, hype. Every time we get a dump, even yesterday in the group, the day before, hype, 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 get hype. But hype, listen, if you're not in hype right now, if you're not in hype, I don't know what the hell you're doing. I've been calling hype. I've been telling you it's going to be strong, and you're seeing it is strong right in front of you in real time here. Hype is an amazing play for this bull run, right? It might not get you the 100 or the 50x. It doesn't matter. Hype has to be part of your portfolio. I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. They did not pay me. I have no allocation. I have positions in hype. I have long-term positions. I have short-term positions. I have trading bots on Pionex on hype. Look, hype is hype. It's a good coin, okay? I'm not going to get into the technicals or fundamentals. Technical analysis-wise right now, it looks fucking great, okay? Get hype. All right, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Obviously, this is just my opinion, okay? But hype right now is amazing. So what we were seeing, we want to look at Ethereum. Now, Ethereum right now, it bottomed at 4,300, kept the 4K, so Ethereum's pretty safe. We're in our range over here. Let's look at Ethereum on the factor line real quick. And we're looking at Ethereum, and look, it's gold. Ethereum, as I was saying all this time, much stronger than Bitcoin. Factor line told you to sell at the highs, right? This is a swing trade here. The SFP told you to sell this. If you didn't, doesn't matter. Came down to the factor line as expected. Didn't even get to the lower range here. This is the safe range over here that we've been saying that this must hold. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been showing my screen. So Ethereum right now, look at this. Gold, much stronger than Bitcoin. Came all the way up here. SFP sell, the factor line actually told you to sell this right at the top. Actually right here, let's be fair, 4,873 to 4,780. This could be a shooting star. It's more of a dragonfly doji, but because you could look at this and read it as a shooting star, even though it's a bit under, doesn't matter. But this is like a topping formation here. We came down, engulfing candle all the way to the factor line as expected. And this is the support range over here. So this range needs to hold for Ethereum to remain bullish, this range right here. And it didn't even get down here. Could it get down here? Sure, but it's getting down here very slowly compared to Bitcoin and other alts. So Ethereum very strong here, and I do believe that Ethereum is going to do extremely well. Let's just simplify the charts real quick. Let's just close this for now, right? So this is Ethereum. So Ethereum is a play right here. So if you're buying the dip, you're buying hype, you're buying Ethereum, obviously. And we can see this even if we look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin, right? You can also see it with Ethereum versus Bitcoin. Look at that. I mean, Ethereum is just killing Bitcoin. And we called it down here. We made the perfect call. Actually, no, we called it down here before it even got down here. I have the video to show you. I've shown you in a couple of live streams as well for context here. And look, even the factor line told you to buy here, and it's been going up ever since. Sell, buy again, boom, all the way up. It's not telling you to get out. It can come down here, and it's still bullish, right? It's got a long way. So Ethereum right now is a good play if you're buying this dip. So Ethereum and hype are you're buying those coins. Those are the safer quotation mark coins to buy on the dip if you want to buy right now, because it's just outperforming Bitcoin. And by the looks of it, altcoins may start running if Bitcoin actually stabilizes in ranges. Let's just see what that range is. Is the range going to be 110 to 112,000? If you remember, I was saying that if we dip down, if we go down and break 112,000 and we range into the 110K range for Bitcoin, we're likely to break down because it will be a change of trend, and trends follow or ranges break to the direction of the trend. But now it's different because now we kind of found a bottom at 108, or a temporary bottom. We came back up. So if we range from 110 to 112, altcoins might actually get some exposure. And if we break 112, even better. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. That's what I wanted to get into. The charts are lying to you. If you just joined the live stream right now, please re-watch this live stream. I would really appreciate it for you so you can have context. This live stream is for you. And yes, there might be a little bit of a pause where I go to do something so this live stream works better. I have some deepened devices on each plug. It seems like it's skewing with my live stream, so I took them all out. I will take them to my beach house and plug them in there instead. But anyway, regardless, I digress. All right, that's what we're looking at. That's why I believe the charts are lying, and that's what I mean by it. Okay, so let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Let's see if we have any. Well, we won't going to have any updates right now because it's very short. Let's go USDT. By the way, the factor line over here, if you are wondering what this chart is, this is the factor line. This is exclusive to my course, Invest, Trade, and Think Like the Crypto Factor. It's a mega course in video, simply shows you how I invest long-term, how I swing trade, how I think, and it also comes with lifetime of the factor line, which this is this incredible indicator built on me by Chart Prime, built on me, my style, and the course is designed in a way to teach you how to do TA fast using the factor line and not, and also how to win generally. So check it out in the description down below if you are interested. I'm not going to push it too hard because it doesn't really matter if most of you can't afford it. I'm not saying that to be demeaning. It's $1,297. That's early bird price, going to go up to $2,600, but it's there, okay? And it's an expensive course, but it's worth every penny. If you can read the reviews there, they're all real, all authentic. Everyone loves it. If you want, check it out. So with that said, let's check if we have any questions. Let me drink some water. Put your questions in the chat now. I'll get to them. Let me drink some water and get to the chat. All right. So everyone's saying it's working. You are amazing. Thank you. You're very welcome. Omar, do you think AVAX will run this cycle? And look, I don't have a price prediction on AVAX. I'm not in AVAX right now. I do believe it's going to run this cycle. I just believe it's going to run when gaming runs, and I don't think we're right there yet with gaming. I think when you see gaming run and everything run like in gaming, AVAX and whatever hasn't run so far, and if we're going up parabolically, understand that's the end. That's the last leg. Sell, take profits on the way up. All right, so I was telling you not to get back into gaming after that last dump to 74,000. Told you which coins to get into. They've been doing great. If you don't know which ones those are, check out my videos. I've done multiple videos on which coins are going to do well. Been talking about a selective alt season. That's what we're having. All right, and this is going to probably become a continuation. Now, will we get a parabolic pump now with altcoins? Yes, it's quite possible. But we might get a dump after and keep on going up. And right now, it's a zone. Look, funny enough, right, I've made my calls. They all played out. But right now, it's a wait and see. So are we going to have more downside? Is this dump big enough? I was saying it's not big enough. Now I'm saying maybe it's big enough and we can continue to the upside. If we go up parabolically, too high, too fast, end of bull market, last leg up, shorter bull market. If we go up, but then find resistance, come back down, and then go up, 4-year cycle is in play, and we'll see if there's an extended, but I'm not looking for an extended until proven otherwise. So that's the strategy here, okay? That's the strategy here. We wait and see. I would be taking profits again if we go up here lightly because we might go up higher. We want to see how this plays out. And we're going to have to reevaluate. There's no calls I can give you right here at this time more than what I just gave you. I just gave you some massive alpha, some massive calls here telling you that the charts are lying. I went against most people on YouTube. Ivan on Tech was talking about 110K line in the sand. I was saying, no, it's wrong. If 112K breaks, it's going to go down much lower. And we did. We got that. We were right. And I respect Ivan on Tech. I love his channel. Obviously, I watch his channel for news and so on, just, you know, while I'm working out. But the truth is that we disagree when it comes to technical analysis. And I made a video. You can watch that video short, calling him out, telling him he's wrong. He was also wrong telling you to look at the weekly because I was saying that massive drops can happen within a week. So you don't want to look at the weekly, you want to look at multiple time frames, and I explain all that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So let's have a look at more questions here. Can you explain how MM and Wells monopolize the market? No, I cannot. First of all, they're very good at what they do. Second of all, they have a lot of buying power. I wouldn't be surprised if MM knows Wales, but his technical analysis is pretty good. But he's a day trader. Actually, no, he's a swing trader. He's a long-term. He's actually quite good. I like MM. So I don't really listen to. Okay, so here's the secret. I don't really listen to a lot of other people's technical analysis until I've done mine, and until I made my positions, because I don't want to get biased. I don't want to get influenced by them. Right? So I do my own technical analysis and then I watch. And I caught a couple of MM's videos, but the one I watch more, and I'll explain why, is Alessio Rastani. And the reason is he does Elliott wave theory, some things I want to learn, and that's why I watch him. And sometimes it corresponds to my technical analysis. But, I've done technical analysis. It all falls down pretty much the same. It's just a different tool. But I like Alessio Rastani, if that makes sense. I also like Crypto Lifer for day trader. I think he's an amazing day trader. Quote the life finally. Yep. Hey Paul, what's the price prediction for hype? Up. We don't have a price prediction for we don't need to chart and make a prediction for every single coin. You chart Bitcoin, you chart Ethereum and alts, maybe Solana. And then you look at topping formations there. Hype is a bigger coin right now. So once those come in and they start going down, you take profits on hype because we don't know how high hype can go. Does that make sense? And that's what most people make. Their mistake is they keep on giving price predictions for every single coin. You don't need to. Too much work. Plus, you won't get it. Like you have to look at the generalization of the markets and just go with that, because a lot of times there's no price history on new coins. And you get, you look at the charts and you do technical analysis with no price history and they just don't hold. It just doesn't make sense. Like this video, by the way. I didn't even ask you to like this video. I mean, come on. Please like this video. I would really appreciate it. Look, I'm putting out these videos for free. I really am. I want to help people. But I need to get something out of it as well. And it's a win-win situation here, right? And what I want to get out is branding. I want to put my branding up. That way I can work with more companies, get partnerships, do more stuff, right? So it's not about vanity. It's about you helping me. So please, if you appreciate anything I do for you, please hit that like button. That's all I ask, nothing else. You don't even need to subscribe if you don't want to. That like button, thank you, somebody hit the like button. That like button is really important to me. Think about it. Think about it. All we have on YouTubers, we have likes. That's it. We're in it for the likes. We're not even in it for the tech. We're in it for the likes. Because that helps the channel promote the channel, tells you, even comments. It helps really a lot. And yeah, I mean, I need to be able to sustain myself to keep this going, if that makes sense. So, aren't people taking Bitcoin profits and going into ETH for some? So I saw a couple of posts saying that, and that's quite possible. Maybe ETH, but ETH, as you can see, unless they're doing OTC, ETH is not pumping. Altcoins would have been pumping more. But that said, it depends, because if you look at ETH, it is going down so it is quite a possibility. But I don't look at that stuff. I just look at the charts. I get all the information I need to know from the charts. I mean, that's how we're making these calls. I don't look at news. I don't look at this. I don't look at that. I just look at charts, and that's how we've been making these amazing calls. So why would I look at news and get influenced by it, or what people are doing and what people are saying they're doing, when I can just, show me the charts and I'll tell you the news. And I've been saying this for a while. Everyone's saying, oh, the FOMC, now it's bullish and everything's going to go up. We just fucking dumped. And we've seen them cut rates and dump before. Now, we haven't cut rates yet. This is just something, but maybe people's anticipation. Call it manipulation. I don't care what you call it. But look, that's my point exactly. Stop looking at news. And stop listening to this is happening, that is happening on chain. Believe me. Most of these traders and YouTubers you see online, most of them, they don't have their real money. They have funded accounts. Funded accounts are real accounts on exchanges with real money in it, but it's not theirs. They cannot withdraw it. They just do it for credibility. When you say 100,000, 1 million, 2 million, it's not their money. Exchanges fund your account. I've been offered them to do this for me as well, and I don't subscribe to that. I said, no, I don't want this. Right? My money on my exchanges are real. When you see $6,000, $7,000 on one exchange, $10,000 on another, and I show you my trades, that's my real money. If I lose, then I've lost that money. Right? This channel is transparent. It's 100% real views, 100% real subscribers, 100% authentic prices. This is all authentic. This is all real. There's no fluff, no BS on this channel. Even my subscribers are real. A lot of people ask why your subscribers are so low. Because they are real. Most of them are inflated. Plus, it takes time to grow. I'm growing, but it takes time. So, why follow, most of the, not all of them obviously, but most are just complete shit or half shit. They're all lying. Okay, just keep that in mind. I go to Dubai, right? I showed you a Corvette. I showed you a Corvette I was driving. I posted about it and so on. And I said in it, this is not mine, but this is what I drive in Dubai because they give me cars, right? They're not mine. But YouTubers, and I know names, I'm not going to call them out, right? But a lot of them, they're not their cars. They just borrow the cars. Sometimes they don't even rent the cars because when you're a YouTuber, you have some privileges, especially in Dubai. They're not their cars. They're borrowing the cars. I can show you the same Corvette and same Lamborghinis from influencers. They're not their cars. They're just saying it is. It's a show, right? It's a show. You have to understand that. Yes, a lot of YouTubers have Lamborghinis. Yes. Not as many as you think, though. And they don't have as much money as they claim to have. Believe me. Right? Believe me. What do I drive? I drive a nice GS 2200cc. And I'm going to be getting a Compass Jeep. I'm not a multi-millionaire, but I don't have to front. I don't have to pretend to trick you to subscribe to me. I think it's bullshit. We're all in this together. Obviously, I'm more successful than a lot of people, but you want to be. It has to be sustainable. They try to glamour you up to oh God, I don't know. I just don't like liars. I guess that's it. Can you look at Bitcoin dominance? There's no reason. It's going down. Hey, Paul. So let's say the peak comes later this year. Where is the money going to from in such a... Well, so a lot of it's going to go to stable coins. A lot of it's going to go to bank accounts. And a lot of it's going to be liquidation. So it goes to the exchanges and it goes to the big boys. That's where the money goes. If you're talking about if it's going to go into other asset classes, there might be a recession. We don't know yet. We'll see. Short term, do you expect a bounce or dump? Andy, I love you, man. I just made a whole live stream explaining all this. Please go back and watch it from the beginning for context. Taking profit is the hardest thing. Yeah, taking profit is hard. If you think buying crypto is hard, taking profit's even harder. The advice I can give you, Ja, is just whenever I told you to take profits, take some so you can get used to it. I've been saying this for a while. Take some profits so you can get used to it. Let me give you an example of a real way, a real life example of taking profits, because I took profits at 115,000. I was supposed to take higher, but I didn't. I gotta admit, I didn't. And we were going down, and when we broke 116, around 115 to 116,000, I took profits. And then I did it again. Let me explain to you. Wait. Let me explain to you exactly. So I decided to take some profits. Now, the way I thought about this, so you can understand the way I think as well. I want to get a Jeep Compass, the new one, 2022 model Jeep Compass. I just like it. The hybrid one with the plug that you can plug. I don't like electric cars, but this one's 270 horsepower, okay? And I love it. Now, when I say I want to get a Jeep, I do not want to buy it outright for a few reasons. Number one, I don't want to get rid of a lot of my Bitcoin. Number two, I don't know if I want to have that car long term. Number three, there's a few issues because I want to buy that car for Greece, but I travel a lot. So there's a lot going on there, all right? There's a lot of different taxes and so on that go up in Greece as well with Techemeria and shit like this. And I don't primarily live in Greece, by the way. Now I live in Dubai. So what I want to do is actually want to lease it for at least a year. Now, you might say, Paul, you're crazy. Why pay $1,000 a month to lease a Jeep, right? But I want to lease the Jeep, all right, for my own reasons. I just feel it's a better move for me. So if I lease the Jeep, I have to give a deposit, or I could go monthly, depending on how much I want to give. And then over time, I need to pay this back, okay? Now, the way I did it was 115 to 116,000 I needed to take profits. I saw it in the chart. So I took profits, all right? I took profits. And the play here is very easy. You take profits and you keep it in USDT, but you keep it to buy the Jeep or get the deposit on the Jeep. But if we go down considerably lower, you can use the profits to buy the dip. But if we continue to go up and I was wrong, for example, then guess what? It's okay. You get the Jeep. You reward yourself. It's profits. Does that make sense? So it's a win-win in a way. One way you get the Jeep later on. One way it's you get you rewarded, but you reward yourself. And that's what taking profits means. So it feels like it's good. Now, you might say, Paul, but why would you get the Jeep? It's a liability. Yeah, but at the same time, it will make me money. Why? Because I want to start crypto on the road. I want to start going on trips, going on day trips, doing fishing and so on, and actually making videos from the Jeep. So I'll do more videos for you that way. Because I want to do more short, if you notice, I'm doing more short videos and more live streams, but I also want to be on the road. So why not do it in a Jeep? I don't want to do it on my bike. You won't be able to hear shit. Also, winter's coming, so I'll have to do it in the Jeep. I do have a car, but it's a very old car. I've got two of them actually, but they're very old. Time to change them. So the thing is, I'm in for a new car, and that's the plan. So I'll start making videos on the road and showing you how different things work while on the road, giving advice just like I did in the bear market. So this is what I'm trying to do. So it's a win-win for me. Now, the dump price to 108,000. I didn't buy it at 108. It's now 110. Should I get back in some? I'm waiting to see. If I bought the 108, yes. But right now, I'm waiting to see. Somebody might want to buy now and put the stop loss under, like I showed before in the video, in this live stream, this very live stream. The question is, depends on your profit taking and what you want to do with it. So that's why everyone's different, but you have to correspond the profit taking in a way that makes sense to you. Now, if you're a trader, you're brutal. You just take profits. It doesn't matter. You don't have to justify it. It's just the rule. If you could do that unemotionally, even better. Degener says, to be honest, the most annoying thing in crypto channels can do is to demand for like, subscribe. Well, I don't give a shit, right? So first of all, I'm not demanding, I'm asking. Second of all, if you want to be so entitled to get free information and not even like a fucking video, well, okay, fine, don't. You're getting this information anyway, and that's fine. That's okay. If you want to be stingy with likes because it costs you too much to reach over and click the like button, fine. Don't do it. But I have to do it, right? you don't seem to understand what it takes to actually become a YouTuber and actually do this shit. So it's annoying. Well, okay, guess what? I'm also giving you free information, right? It's probably annoying when I tell you I have products in the description down below, but guess what? That's how I make a living. That's the only way to make money and not touch my Bitcoin so I can compound my Bitcoin and crypto. So it's supposed to be win and win. But if you don't want to like, don't like. I'm not going to sit here begging you, dude. And when I do, it's for fun. It's for entertainment. I do it in an entertaining way. I mean, you know, whatever. It's fine. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Degenerate, most channels demand this and that and spend half the video shilling affiliate links. So first of all, let's talk about the word shill because people don't understand this. Shill, especially in crypto, is talking about something and selling something without disclosing that you have a position or you're getting paid or a location. I made a whole video about this. Shilling is basically saying this coin will do that without you knowing that I'm getting paid from the company. I do not shill. Okay, I have product links, and this fucking thing is only in crypto. Oh my God, he's talking about his products. Dude, wake up, get into the real world here, all right? Yes, I have course links, yes, I have one-on-one. I'm not attacking you, by the way, we're discussing. I'm Greek, I'm speaking with my hands, I speak emotionally. Don't think I'm attacking you or don't feel bad here, okay? I'm just answering because a lot of people, this is in their head, and we're just talking here, okay? So I have my links because I make money, all right? And obviously, this is how I make a living. I stopped working for companies. I stopped working for C-suite as a C-suite executive a few years ago, and I started working just on YouTube with my products. This is what I do for a living. I do crypto and I do YouTube. That's it. I don't need to do anything else. I have a company in Dubai that does video marketing as well, but that's beside the point. And I do a whole bunch of. This is my life, though. This is like my platform, right? So then it says notification at the start of. Okay, I don't say subscribe and like the video at the beginning, first of all. I always wait and give value. Then if you enjoyed that, I say, by the way, if you liked what you hear, hit the like button. Or if you want to see the next video and you don't want to miss it, subscribe. I don't say it from the beginning. If I do, it's very noobish and I stop doing it. And if I do it by accident, hey, it happens. Oh, yeah. So like provide the actual value. So that's what I do, right? That's what I do. I try to do the value. And then at the end, whatever. Exaggerated bonuses of 90, and then you go on. You're just going on here. You're on a rant. This is so funny. With exaggerated bonuses, no one can claim. They can claim them, dude. They can claim them. It's just that you need to put a deposit in there. If you can't afford the deposit to, so for example, we did some Pionex videos, right? And Pionex was giving up to $800. Depending on your deposit, and $50 just for signing up. But if you go there with $50 expecting $800, you're insane. It's up to $800 depending on how much you deposit. It's a win-win. Like if you put 1,000, for example, they might give you more, and that's how it works. They have to make money. What is this entitlement, man? Don't you know how the world works? What's this entitlement? You want an exchange to give you an $800 bonus with a $50 deposit? Why? Why would that even make sense? So maybe people don't explain it well, or maybe you don't understand it well, but that's not fair. That's really not fair. But yeah, most channels do that. It's how it is. This is the last big dip before the blow off top. It might be. Crypto factor goes off the road. Yep, the road factor. Paul is Satoshi Nakamoto getting on trust and dump everything after he... Yeah, I'm Satoshi, man. I'm not Satoshi. I wish I was that smart. That is a great way to think about taking profits. Yeah, I try to give real value and real life examples for people to understand. How long can Pengu before it's safe to buy? Well, come on, man. What kind of a question is that? How low can Pengu... It can go as low as it wants to. There's no rules to this, right? But Pengu is part of our crypto portfolio. If Bitcoin dumps, Pengu can go down a lot. Let's just do it the fast way, the lazy way here. So look, came down, made this kind of cup formation. Actually, wait. This is a cup and handle formation on long term. Let's go to the chart. Let's go to the, here, give me a second. Oh yeah, we already mapped this out. So we're expecting this dump on Pengu. So look, cup, handle, in the range here, If this can come up and break this, then you take the measured move, whatever, but I don't like doing that. I like looking at the markets, but we're expecting this dump. Now, can it go lower? Sure. I would say if it breaks here, your next resistance would be all the way. I would put it here, and then one more down here. And this could effectively here be a range. So your range, and this might not be exact, obviously, because we're just like speculating here, but we've been known to get speculations correct. But this would be your range, for example. Your upper range here and your lower range here, right? But yeah, it can go considerably lower. But I believe this will hold. And if everything else corresponds, then maybe it will, maybe it won't. It's still in the yellow here. Let's see what happens. Paul, do you think it's worth to add some more beam nodes? They are still... Very good question. I don't know at this point. So I bought beam nodes higher, and I'm keeping them long term. If you don't have any, maybe buy them long term. But keep in mind that if this is the last leg, then you're going to be holding them through the bear market. You might be able to get them cheaper. So no, I wouldn't buy them right now. I would wait for the bear market, then buy them. Because we're close to it in 2026. And if we're not close to it, doesn't matter. I would not buy it right now. I think the risk-reward is not worth it, if that makes sense. See, I have a link for beam nodes, and I'm telling people not to buy it right now, and I wouldn't buy beam nodes right now. That's not chilling. Like, all right, so that's what I had to say. I hope everyone's well. By the way, again, where's my man that was... Can't find him. Degener. Yeah, Degener. No hate, man. No, I get it, bro. I totally get what you were saying before. I'm very emotional when I speak. Don't think I was attacking you or anything. We're just having a discussion. I'm just doing it like a Greek. I'm Greek, so I'm very emotional. All right? So just keep that in mind. So I'm not like shouting at you or anything. It's just the way I speak. I speak with emotion. I like making my feelings apparent. For lack of better terms. Let's have a check on Bitcoin again. Oops, sorry. Again, this may be a bottom. If, of course, the factor line did tell you to sell and it's going down. And we may come down to the low 400s. Let's do some more averages. Sorry, some more range patterns here, potential range patterns here, shall we? If that breaks, then you're looking at maybe here. So that's a bit too big, so let's also do this one here. So that adds a little bit of context where things might go. What is that? Ooh, that's very low. I don't think we're going to get here. If this breaks, then, you know, things will really change drastically. This will probably break once, you know, things will go much, much lower. Let's not even talk about that. I don't even want to talk about that because then you're down here after, right? So let's not even discuss that. So I would look at these upper two over here, and if 100 breaks, which is psychological, look at that. Just so happens to be right there. Then this has to hold. But this is very dangerous if this breaks after. But I'm still looking at 104K if this breaks. I'm not so sure. This might be a bottom pattern. We have to see. Need a couple of days. Need a couple of days, if not a week, actually. And we'll see how it goes. George K, you're absolutely right, man. Pretty much. Whoever speaks Greek, let's just go drink. Get it over with. Okay, thank you very much. I love you all. I hope that shed some light. Sorry about the glitches. Sorry about the technical issues. Hopefully, you got some alpha from this video. And Degener, all good. I'm not offended. I'm not criticizing per se. Yeah. No, I get you, man. It's very good feedback, by the way. Fine print and tech. It's very good feedback, and I'll take it into consideration. Sometimes even I, as a YouTuber, might forget, but I try to do it in a funny way. If you watch my live streams, I don't know if you've been watching for a while. If you watch my live streams and stuff, I try to ask for likes in a very funny way. But sometimes, you know, I might get lazy and sometimes I might forget. I'm not perfect. I'm human after all. And that's why you need to do your own research as well, because I might get something wrong when it comes to charts, when it comes to everything. Just because we're always right. No, just kidding. Just because we're mostly right doesn't mean I always will be right, right? So love you, man. Thank you very much. Hope to see you again. Hope to see everyone again. Thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.